Today is June 22nd, 2025. It's been a couple of months since I've uploaded any videos because the weather is just rain and rain and rain and rain. So that's been my biggest obstacle as far as getting the property cleared up. I've made some progress. Start on the fence line here. Had some gutters installed. So this needs to be fixed. I'll get a chainsaw in there and just trim off like a ½ inch, maybe an inch off of this thing so it'll fit again. So I can run my weed eater along the chain link fence until I figure out a better solution. I've gotten all the vines up off of my side of the property. This property is still for sale. Had some people look, come by, realtors. Hopefully they don't sell to a developer. I don't want a bunch of duplexes going in next door to me. Had a big limb hanging over my house, had it removed. And I just came through and chopped out all the vines I could on my side. Probably get on here with a chainsaw and take this rest of this out before the new neighbors come in. I'm still slowly filling in this hole and scraping off this foundation. It looks like it's just a concrete block wall, and the inside in the middle is hollow, or just dirt, compacted dirt or something. But I'll keep scraping away at it with my tractor. I got to get the grading still going. I still have a low spot here. I've repaired the doors, so they've been welded back together, so now they're nice, closed, nice and tight. I've got a new light I've hung on the shop right there. It is not hooked up yet. Hopefully that will happen tomorrow. Cleared all this out. I've acquired a bunch of stepping stones for future projects. And I've acquired this. I have no idea how it goes together, but it looks like a window or a door. The front one here is the header, and the bottom one is the sill. I'm not sure what I'm gonna anchor it to, or how. Maybe I'll just use them as benches of some kind, but they match these over here, these little guys here. They were all stacked together. And in the back I've got them cleared out more. I'm running my mower back here, my push mower. I'm not using my riding lawnmower yet because there are still a few stumps that need to be removed. I've cleared it out back through here, opened it up so I can get my push mower basically back to here, but there are still some stumps in the ground, so I need to hack those out because they're just sticking up just tall enough. I need to get this guy out of here, and some of them are just sticking up just high enough to damage a mower blade, which I don't really care about the push mower so much because it was the cheapest one I could find, and I'm kind of using it like a little bush hog after I go through with a chainsaw or a machete or whatever I need. And back to here, I've pretty much just kind of kept it knocked down a little bit. Again, with the rain, it's been very difficult. So I can't have a nice and opened up. I can come through here pretty easy. I'll chop it back, and once I can get through here on my mower without hitting anything, then I can start using my riding lawnmower. But I've got to either pluck these stumps out or cut them off flush to the ground. Some of them I can dig out, some of them are too big. This one right here, I'll just cut them off flush with the ground. This one I might have enough leverage to pluck it out if I get a pulley system and anchor it to another tree and pull it out with my tractor, I think. Kind of don't want to get back into here too much. Figure out how I can keep some privacy back here in the backside of the lot, because I don't know what's going in next door. Hopefully a family will buy that home. Got another stump I got to get out right there. And speaking of stumps, you can see I still got some more, but I've cleared out everything around it. I might try to chop some of the roots around the stumps and anchor to one of these trees with a block and tackle and a pulley system, and just snatch them out of the ground. I think that might be the way I'll go with some of these. I did have a stump. I'll see if I can clip in a picture. Now down at the bottom of here, I was digging a stump out of the ground, and most of the stumps I was able to get didn't really have much of a taproot developed, so I could just wrap a chain around it and snatch it out of the ground after I dug a trench around it, throw a chain around the bottom and pluck it right out. This one had one main taproot, so I kept digging down lower and lower, and lo and behold, I found a water line about 18 inches into the ground, and it's under tremendous pressure, and it ran for an hour because there's no valve that I knew of. I think I've been told the valve is in the crawl space of my house on the far left side, not where the access door is. So that was an adventure. So now I know where I'm going to put in a valve. Once I find the water line goes like this, that way somewhere. But once I get the back side of the lot cleared out, hopefully I'll be able to see a sprinkler head or a spigot or something that this thing is feeding, because it's under pressure. So and it's connected to the house, because the only way I could shut it off is at the service valve off of the street. Gotten a lot of this cleaned up. I can probably take my riding lawn mower from that fence all the way across without hitting anything. I think I might do that next time around. I might bring my riding lawn mower back here. I need to still do some grading. I still got standing water, so I need to keep pulling dirt from back here and bringing it up here. And eventually I will get over, there's a hump where right about where that gate is, it starts going downhill. I think right about here somewhere the grade naturally starts going down. There's a ditch at the back of the property. So what I want to do is I want to pull dirt from here, this side, and just kind of work it up this way. I've found that using a tiller first and then just scooping it up with a scoop is the best way to go. I'm gonna put a pad. I haven't decided quite where I'm gonna put all my implements for my tractor, but I'm thinking back here with a big pad of pavers, maybe gravel. My problem is here, I have to get power to this storm shelter, But the problem is I know that there's a water line going through right here somewhere. And I am going to gravel eventually, put brick pavers all the way around my building. As you can see, the vines have already tried to grow up and I've had to cut them back again. Is put gravel across here all the way to the back of the building. And gravel, do a gravel driveway, and maybe use this slab for a shed, and gravel around here, maybe put in a paved stone area here that sticks out about 15 feet or so. Got a lot of grading that needs to be done, but I need to grade it so that the water runs here where it's high and either goes down that side of the shed or this side of the shed, because for some reason it's high over here as well. So got the ladder hung on the side of the building. I still got to get a pressure washer up there and clean that off, but I've got all the limbs cut back off the top of the shop. And I've come down here, I've had to fix this is a problem. This is actually my neighbor's problem, not mine. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna deal with this yet. And there's lots of still finding trash and plastic in the yard. Every time I move some dirt, I find a beer can or trash. It's just lack of maintenance for, it appears to be 20 years based on the 10 to 20 years based on the trees out there. But there's ruts here. They had done some work to try to get the property ready for sale, and overall I'm happy. I'm very happy with my property. It just needs work. The house itself is still in good shape. And chop back some of the vines. I think I'm gonna spray, keep spraying along here whenever it's sunny for long enough to spray. Eventually I'll put in a wrought iron gate along here. And I need to redo my driveway and do brick pavers in the front. So this is where I've gotten so far. All right, thank you.